Breaking news, Internet. We're back with another exciting episode. Don't laugh at me.
Did you see yourself?
No, because I did the thing.
Okay. They're laughing too.
Shh, you wouldn't laugh at me, Internet. I know you.
It's okay that you are.
Welcome back, Internet, for another exciting episode of On Our Screen. I'm Adam.
I'm Jessica.
And tonight we're watching... What are we watching?
Kill Bill Volume 2, as promised. We are going to watch the second volume.
Yes, and this time it's personal. Twice as much.
I don't know that that's ever been a tagline for this.
No, but it's sort of like revenge story. So this time it's personal. Because it wasn't personal the first time.
Right. No. So yeah, this one has an 8.0 rating on IMDb, which is like 0.1 lower than the first volume. So apparently the internet likes Volume 2 almost as much as they like Volume 1.
I've heard that from other people, that Volume 2 is higher rated, and that's reflected in like the Rotten Tomatoes score, because usually most of our scores are about the same between those two sites. But this one's got like an 84% critics liked it and 89% of audiences liked it.
Okay.
So it is a bit of a disparity between the two films. It came out in 2004, just a year after the first one. Which
same cast.
I guess. Well, no, not everybody, because some people died.
Oh, okay. Other than the people that died, which we will not reveal because, spoilers.
Right. Even
though it's been 15 years and the statute of limitations on film spoilers says I can. Just watch the movies instead.
Right. Link in the description. Because that's the thing to do now. You don't put, like, annotations on the...
Okay, whatever. You're in charge of editing.
Link in the description. Okay, so I don't really know what this movie's about, because I haven't seen it. Have you seen it?
I have not seen Volume 2.
I haven't seen it, so I don't really know what this movie's about, but I am kind of hoping that the plot includes some sort of time travel, or mutants, or Hugh Jackman.
I don't think it involves any of those things.
Okay, well honestly I'd just be okay if this movie were like X-Men Days of Future Past.
Oh, okay, see that's what he really wants to watch, guys. Maybe some other time.
I'm glad you were with me on that.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I think that's it. We don't know what this movie's about, so we can't give you a synopsis of it yet, so we're just gonna go watch the movie, and then we'll let you know what we think. Oh, God. Oh, I hated that movie so much.
Did you?
Oh, so much did I hate that movie. This has renewed my hatred for Quentin Tarantino.
He was so close after the first one.
I know, he was like this close to being, what's the word I'm looking for? Renowned? Forgiven, sure. He was like this close to being forgiven in my mind as being like a decent filmmaker, but nope, this is crap. This is crap. Stay away from it. Unnecessary crap.
Unnecessary crap?
Unnecessary crap. That's my verdict. Unnecessary. It was crap.
Okay.
It was too long. Too fucking boring. And, maybe that's just the millennial in me that just wants that sort of instant gratification, but oh my God, the first movie was hands down the better of the two.
Oh, I will agree with that, but I think that's just because, he doesn't try to make people talk, and his dialogue makes me want to throw things at him, but... so bad. But I did... Again, the best parts of this movie were when people were fighting. The choreography of the fights is awesome.
Which there was
not
little
enough
of compared to the first movie.
Yeah, there was definitely not enough.
Like, the first movie had not only more fighting, but better fighting.
True. But I think my real issue with this is that Quentin Tarantino doesn't seem to understand time.
He doesn't seem to understand a lot of things. There are so many continuity errors. Like, right from the beginning, I was like, hey, hold on a second.
He did. He paused.
Because, like, right in the beginning of the movie, the main character of the bride is, giving her opening monologue about what happened in the last movie, and what she's going to do in this movie. And I was like, wait a minute. She has no scars, no visible scars that, of anything that happened in the first movie. Like, if you don't know already, Bill shot her in the head and left her for dead.
But there were no scars in the previous movie showing that.
I know, and that's like a huge continuity error that really bothers me. Like, if you shoot somebody in the head, they're gonna have a scar. Not only that, but she was in how many, like, major fights in the first movie? Several major fights in the first movie. She doesn't have any missing teeth, she doesn't have any scars, nothing. Perfect face. And that's bullshit, Quentin Tarantino. Bullshit.
Yeah, and see, that didn't bother me.
Yeah. Also, what's your thing?
Time.
Yeah.
Time. So, was it Payday? We just watched and I can't remember the character's name, so that's how much I care.
Yeah, Payday.
So, we first hear about this character and we're told he's some story that happened in what essentially works out to 1003.
Oh yeah, Bill's telling the bride the story about Pei Mei, and how in, like, I think the phrase he uses is 1/3,
which pretentious, and why?
Right?
But
he's a pretentious douche.
But more importantly, the next thing someone else says is like, oh, did he teach whatever move to you, 5-finger whatever, to you? And he's like, no. And I was like, and we're both like, well, 1003. Like, we both had to stop and figure out the math on that. And Adam thought he'd made a mistake and just didn't understand what odd meant. But I was like, no, I think Quentin Tarantino is trying to convince us that this dude is over 1,000 years old. And that was my problem, because I was like, you're trying to... But then I guess, nothing else really follows, like...
So either the character of
physics.
Bill is over 1,000 years old.
No, I don't think so.
Or Pei Mei would have to be over 1,000 years old.
Yeah, Pei Mei is over 1,000 years old according to Quentin Tarantino's time frame on this.
Right. Which would make him, like, damn near immortal. Because I don't think anybody in any mythology worldwide has ever lived to be 1,000 years old unless they were like a god or demigod.
Yeah.
So either Pei Mei is like...
A god. Which
literally.
is not thoroughly explained enough for us to buy that. But then he's killed by poison? Like, he makes it to at least 1,000 years old, and he's killed by poison. What?
Or Quentin Tarantino is a pretentious douche. And I think Quentin Tarantino is a pretentious douche.
Possibly. But the one that really got me, like, I'm willing to look past that. Fine, whatever. Like, it's annoying and it's stupid, but whatever. We'll just chalk that up to lousy storytelling and move on. But then he gets to the point where, like, piece together the timeline. So in the first movie, when the wedding occurs, Uma Thurman's character, the bride, is easily 8 or 9 months pregnant, right?
Sure.
Right, we'll say she's definitely third trimester, I'm guessing 8-9 months. But then in this one, when she and Bill are talking, and of course the only way we can trust each other after all this time, blah blah blah, is with the truth serum, which, horseshit, but moving on from that. So, from that point he goes, okay, I mourned you for 3 months. Like, she left him because she found out she was pregnant. That makes relative sense. And then he says, oh, I mourned you for 3 months, and in the 3rd month I found out you're pregnant and you're planning on marrying some other guy, and then I overreacted. There's some months gap here that don't make sense to me. Because if she just found out she was pregnant because she threw up like 1 time, so she takes a pregnancy test. Okay. So she's maybe a month pregnant. On the outside, we're talking like 6 weeks. And then tack 3 months on, so she's what, fourth month? That's the beginning of the 2nd trimester. She wouldn't really be showing much. Well, I mean, she's tiny, so baby. But we'll move on from that. But, like, it just doesn't add up. Like, what did he do? Spend the next 3 months plotting revenge?
He could have.
I mean, he could have, but the way he made it sound was not like, hey, I found out and then I spent 3 months plotting this revenge because you left me. It was like, hey, I found out and then I sent everybody to come kill you that second. Like, I'm calling shenanigans, that's all.
I'm gonna call shenanigans on all of Quentin Tarantino's career. He's a pretentious douche. I think he's gonna go down in history, honestly, as like Michael Bay's twin in filmmaking regard. Like, I don't understand why anyone lets him keep making movies.
The same reason they keep letting Michael Bay make movies, and they keep letting J.J. Abrams do things. Stop it.
Yeah, because they're great on their knees.
Okay. So, like, because they bring in money, and that's really all the studios care about.
Mm-hmm.
I mean...
But, I mean, for somebody who, you know, counts himself as an artist amongst filmmakers, like, this is just pretentious crap. And yeah, it might, you know, bring in...
pretentious crap that brings in lots of money, so we're gonna keep letting him do it.
But it shouldn't, though.
But we are, because at the end of the day, all we're really looking for from a movie is mindless escape. And he provides that. I mean, don't
to an
see
extent.
It. See Volume 1, you can skip Volume 2.
Yeah, that'd be my verdict as well. Just, like, you can, like, watch Volume... Honestly, I understand that in the larger sense, this was supposed to be, like, one cohesive story, but it didn't need to be 2 movies.
It also didn't feel like 2 stories, or like one cohesive story. I was trying to figure that out during the movie. It was like...
Because there was so much, like,
in
action.
a linear pattern.
I guess that's not his style, and, like, whatever, that's his artistic choice, but, like, there's so much action and drama in the first one, and then the second one, like, fills in the blanks. And that's what really bothers me about both of these movies, is that you have to see both of them in order to get the whole story. Also, that was another thing that bothered me about the character's name. Was like in the first, like...
It's bleeped out for like the first movie and then like the first half of this one.
Yeah, it would have been so much more suspenseful and effective if you just referred to the character in third party or third person pronouns, like she and her. Like, you don't have to bleep out her name, you pretentious douche.
But you do.
No, you don't.
But you do.
Oh,
You
God.
couldn't refer to her as a code name or anything like that either.
Right?
Because the credits all make a point of telling you about the code names, but then like characters.
There's no real context to those code names. Ever. Like, why did they choose snakes?
Because Bill was the snake charmer, as we found out in the end credits.
Yeah, there's...
Part 1. There are 2 different sets of end credits. Can we take a minute to tear apart that?
Like, pick a lane.
2.
2 stylized
End credits in the second movie.
Ridiculous.
Okay, so basically you can skip Volume 2. I know many people enjoy Volume 2 and will tell us we're wrong. And feel free to tell me we're wrong.
Those people are also pretentious douches.
Well, not necessarily, but...
No, that's mean to say. I'm sorry.
But they see something or are not bothered by the same things we are bothered.
Yeah. Maybe there's something wrong with us. Not likely. Alright. Jinx, now you give me a Coke.
Go to the fridge and get your own.
Shut up. Okay, Internet. That's our review of Kill Bill Volume 2. If there's something else that you want to see, leave it in the comments below or follow us on Twitter. Yeah, that's a thing. Follow us on Twitter.
We have Twitter.
We used to. I'm gonna put it up again.
Okay, so like, share, comment.
Yep, all that good stuff. And tell us what we should watch next. Alright.
Alright,
Till next time, Internet.
bye.